Hi everyone, it's Friday again. It is the end of our banned books week vlog session. Um, I guess I'm gonna start this out with kind of a strange opening. I'm going to apologize ahead of time. These vlogs are very hard for me to do. As I mentioned back in the first week, really don't like listening to myself talk. This is making me realize why. I know it can sometimes be hard to understand me because I do have a bit of a lisp. It's not that bad, I know, but it does bother me and it can be hard to understand me, and I really do apologize for that. As well as if the vlogs get kind of awkward and a little short or something here, as I'm trying to get my brain over this little fact and get used to it. So yeah, I apologize for that, and also it's a little weird because I'm not used to listening to myself talk. I don't usually let myself get recorded so that I can hear it unless I'm singing because it goes away, and yeah, so this is a little hard for me, and it's starting to freak me out a little bit. But yeah, so I guess this is where I can kind of lead in to my vlog for this week because everybody else said everything that I could possibly say. There's nothing else I can really add to what they have said because they said it so wonderfully. Listen to all of theirs, you'll see everything that I believe in. We all have our special things. And I guess the whole thing I have against Banned Book Week is just for the sheer fact that, as I said earlier, I have a tendency to kind of censor myself. I'm actually keeping myself from cursing right now. I was going to, except then I realized YouTube would probably take it down because kids do watch stuff on YouTube, and I do have my limits. I don't curse in front of kids. But I have a tendency to censor myself in big groups or something. For some strange, I'll back off and stop talking, or only make a comment because of I for some strange reason remember that I have a bit of a speech impediment, and so I start backing off. And we have this thing in our group of friends called the quote book, and for some strange reason, my brain has it in my head that whatever I say, that lisp that I have, it's going to translate over into the writing when it really doesn't. So I censor myself. And so it's really hard when the one thing that I feel I do really, really well and I'm really proud of, the stuff I can get banned for, the stuff I don't censor, because I don't believe that there is any point to banning these books when you have it in real life around you all the time. Yeah, so the best thing I can really go with here is just that I guess my only opinion is the only thing that should be done is just age-wise. You don't have certain books in an elementary school library or even a middle school library, but as soon as you hit high school, they can read whatever they want. It's up to the parent to teach the kids what is proper and what's not. But the thing is, the whole reason that stuff happens and people don't understand it and they're afraid of it is because they just don't consider it. It's because because it's in books, so it's bad. They don't learn about it. It's kind of I used an example with one of my friends earlier in the week of Spring Awakening. There's a spoiler here for anybody who has not seen that, but so you can either mute it for a few seconds or whatever. But in it, the whole thing is really about teenage, like, sex and kind of coming into it, and the whole religion aspect. It's set in a further back time period when stuff like that just was not talked about. And a girl, the main character, ends up getting, well, pregnant, but she doesn't know how because her mother never explained to her where babies came from. So it's just one of those things. It's like she never learned, so she didn't know what to expect from it, and then her consequences were that she was going to get shunned and that it was improper, but she never knew that because nobody ever told her where everything came from. So we have to learn in a way. And I do have a special little thing with the whole, oh my gosh, there's homosexuality in here, kids shouldn't read it. I'm bisexual myself, and there's no problem with that whatsoever. There's nothing wrong with it. And the only reason that people think it's wrong is because the stuff that's in it, it's banned because of it. People are so inconsiderate, and people need to learn it's not a bad thing. And what we were talking about earlier today with a group of friends is the book Speak, which is about a girl who, after she gets raped, refuses to speak. That's how she deals with it. And how somebody, and how at the beginning, in this anniversary edition, there is a poem that the author put in of comments and stuff that people had made to her that had helped them with it. But the thing is, they want to ban it because it's such a strong subject matter. It's about rape. So, and it's not even that explicit, but it's something that they want to try and hide from kids. When they know about it, they know they can learn how to avoid it. They can learn what it's like, and so that they're not thinking it can just, oh, it's just something stupid that anybody can stop it. There's a whole different thing about this, and I know I'm going rambling and probably not making any sense right now. It's Friday night. I'm tired. Forgive me. My frustration level with my speaking is about ready to break at this point. Because, yeah, I'm just not the most eloquently spoken person, as you can probably tell. But it's just, as like everything was talking about, it's like kids don't see and learn. Kids can see and learn from books, from movies. They can learn all of this, and it's up to the parents to explain or to control what the kid gets from these books. My mom never censored me. I could have picked up any book I wanted and read it. And I believe that I have learned so much through these books that I am a good person, the good person I am today, because I learned all these lessons, and my mom helped me learn these and experience these, and if I had any questions, she answered them truthfully. So I think that's a big part of it as well. So I'm going to stop it here because it's already getting long enough. Yeah, so next week, I believe we are going to be, we just talked about this like an hour ago, and I can't remember it already. What is going to happen is that we are going to be talking about, I think, when we started writing, why we started writing, and maybe finding something that we wrote when we were little to share with you guys. So this should be really, really interesting week, especially if we can find those things from many, many years ago, say elementary school, because I know some of mine are interesting, and some of the stories I've heard from others are very interesting. So make sure to check in next week with us, and please subscribe, and have a good night and a good weekend. Okay, bye!